I think of all those that have set an example for me over the years who are in the Hall of Fame, and for me to be included in that group is very, very humbling.
Mike Hergert was born in St. Peter, Minnesota in August 1950. His parents, John and Zoe, farmed 80 acres, and Mike enjoyed growing up on the farm. Mike says if they were poor, he didn't know it. He bought a handful of 3-day-old calves, and with his dad's help, put up whatever ditch grass and hay was available using pitchforks, slings, and a hay fork. But an early clue that farming would not be his future occupation came when, while in second grade, he asked his dad what kind of cows he milked, and his answer was scrubs. When Mike was 7, part of their farm became a gravel pit. At first, Mike thought that was going to be like hitting oil, but eventually he realized it wasn't quite that lucrative. However, it did play a key role in his career path, as a blacktop that looked just like a driveway to most people was a basketball court, and a place to do play-by-play of make-believe NBA games for Mike. Even more importantly, after the games, Mike would hurry to a typewriter and update the make-believe NBA standings, as well as individual scoring statistics, and that love of numbers would come in handy down the road. The years went by quickly, and after graduating from St. Peter High School and Brown Institute in Minneapolis, Mike landed his first radio job at KFIL in Preston, Minnesota. Mike did it all in Preston, including being sports director and a DJ. He was also music director, mowed the grass, and took out the garbage. Although a rookie, Mike felt he had 8 years of experience under his belt from his days of blacktop play-by-play. 1971 was an important year for Mike as Linda Traxler entered his life. She became his much better half, and things took off from there. Mike started a family and 7 years later moved to Albert Lea, Minnesota, and KATE radio. With the help of Al Karstens, Mike learned how to use more than one finger on a typewriter, and his first assignment was interviewing County Pork Queen contestants. Mike was so excited about having a real job in a real newsroom, Linda bought him a 3-piece suit, which he even wore during an interview in a local pork producer's hog barn. While at KATE, Mike joined NAFB, and regional meetings became family vacations as their kids grew up in the NAFB family. Mike's next career move was to Alexandria, Minnesota in 1982 as farm director at KCMT TV and radio. Mike was learning more and more about agriculture and farm broadcasting, and he liked it. Drawing upon the experiences of those make-believe NBA statistics, Mike developed a strength for finding interesting details in monthly crop reports and financial statements. In 1986, then, Mike made his most significant move in his farm broadcasting career. He went to KNOX Radio as farm director. In 1990, he hosted the North Central NAFB regional meeting, and 1 year later, he introduced John Voschek to NAFB, and the two started working together at KKXL Radio. After 4 years, Mike and John, along with Jerry Fiscom, launched the Red River Farm Network, serving farmers on 13 radio stations. But then, just over a year after going on the air, in December 1995, Mother Nature threw them quite a curve, as the Red River Farm Network was evacuated from its Grand Forks office due to the Red River flood of 1997. Thanks to the Northern Ag Network and a couple of affiliate stations making room for them, they managed to stay on the air for 2 months until they were able to get back into their office. The Red River Farm Network joined other Grand Forks broadcasters in a makeshift studio to keep the community updated on loved ones' whereabouts and when they might be able to return to their homes. Also in 1995, Mike ran the first of his 7 marathons in the Twin Cities. While it may not look like he has the legs for it, Mike has run countless races of various distances over the last 20 years, including relay races with other agribusiness colleagues from across the U.S. each of the last 6 years. The Red River Farm Network believes in covering news that affects local farmers wherever it happens, and Mike has reported from several countries, including Cuba. He's also covered 3 World Trade Organization ministerial conferences, including one in Seattle in 1999 where protesters took over the city. Along with Stuart Doan and Mike Adams, Mike reported from the tear gas-filled streets, providing reports for several NAFB stations across the country. And over the years, Mike has met and interviewed more than his fair share of newsmakers, from presidents to members of Congress and secretaries of agriculture. Mike says NAFB is the fraternity he never had in college. His first involvement was managing the newsroom during the annual convention in Kansas City. He served on the board in '97 and '98 and was elected national vice president in 1999, serving as president then in 2001. He has chaired or co-chaired Washington Watch several times and was named NAFB's Farm Broadcaster of the Year in 2007. Mike says he's most proud of all the friends he's made all across the country. Today, the Red River Farm Network is heard on 19 radio stations in 3 states. And with a team of Don Wick, Randy Conan, Kara Hart, Jay Rader, Karen Bakken, and Dave Schrader, they serve the industry also with a weekly e-newsletter, a phone app, a website, and on the social media. Mike and his wife Linda have 3 grown children and 10 grandchildren. Over the years, Mike has received numerous awards from several groups recognizing his dedication to agriculture. And now, we add yet another as we welcome Mike Hergert into the NAFB Hall of Fame.